Right. Go ahead, Patrick. It's after 2 p.m.
Good afternoon. This is the Town of Hempstead Board of Appeals, June 3rd, 2 p.m. meeting. Mr. Chairman, do you have any opening remarks?
Is there anyone in the audience who is unfamiliar with the way we conduct our hearings? Please raise your hand, and I hope no one is. So I will then waive my right to speak, and you can call the first case. And Stephanie, please note the record that I am recused from 293 and 294. And Mrs. D'Amato will prolong the agony as long as she can.
Mr. Chairman, we do have adjournments first.
Adjournment?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mr. Chairman, we do have adjournments for this afternoon. Case 17226 through
is that why you're here?
17426.
The B.
Franklin Square, 776 Holdings Corporation and 790 Holdings Corporation, doing business as a Luxury Motors Club.
It's off.
On behalf of the applicant, we are asking for an adjournment of this matter. We're bringing in a real estate expert in addition to our traffic expert. Additionally, I spoke with Marge Kelly, the civic leader. She has some family health issues that she was fine with the adjournment, and asked if we could put this on for sometime in early September. I spoke to Mr. Owens, and he says that September 16th is available.
2 p.m.?
2 p.m.
Now, you're making the adjournment
Yes,
at the
it's our
request of the
adjournment
applicant.
request this time.
I believe this case was on once before,
Previously.
and the opposition, if you want to call them opposition, they
Ms.
requested.
Kelly had asked for the adjournment on the
Okay.
last occasion.
Okay.
So this is our first request.
All right,
Thank you.
so 9/16, 2 p.m. Any other requests for adjournment?
Mr. Bonasso, just for the record, you do have to update these signs with the new date of September 16th. Mr. Chairman, we do not have any other requests for adjournment for this afternoon.
So I am, as I started to say earlier, I am recused on 293 and 294.
I will attempt to prolong the agony.
Try not to.
Next, we'll be calling case 29326, Elmont, New York Land Development 2 Corporation, variances subdivision of lot area, front width from and on street line to front setback line, lot area occupied, side yards aggregate, rear yard, construct dwelling, demolish existing dwelling, parcel A, also known as 152 Holland Avenue, as well as case 29426, Elmont, New York Land Development 2 Corporation, variances subdivision of lot area, front width from and on street line to front setback line, lot area occupied, side yards aggregate, construct dwelling with garage, parcel B, East Side Holland Avenue, 1,115.21 feet south of Hempstead Turnpike, also known as 158 Holland Avenue. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Please take a seat. State your name and address for the record.
Yeah, let me get a chat on.
Okay. What are we doing? The music stops, we sit. Good afternoon. We make sure. We're good? Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. D'Amato, members of the board. This afternoon, I represent the applicant, New York Land Development 2 Corp., with respect to the instant application for a 2-lot subdivision in the hamlet of Elmont. Just for the record, Robert W. O'Brien, 877 North Corona Avenue, North Valley Stream, New York.
Jed Nelson, 2209 Merrick Road, Suite 204, Merrick, New York.
James Bianco, President, New York Land Development, 1136 Arlington Avenue, Franklin Square.
Good afternoon. At the outset, I'd like to move to have the two cases consolidated and heard as one. With me here today, he's already put his appearance on the record, is our real estate expert, Jed Nelson, who is prepared to testify regarding the nature and character of the area and that the benefit of the application to the applicant outweighs any detriment to the surrounding community. Also present to my left is James Bianco, the applicant's principal, to answer any questions the board may have regarding the application. The property that is the subject of the application is on the east side of Holland Avenue in the hamlet of Elmont, a little over 1,000 feet south of Hempstead Turnpike. And just for the purposes of excuse me, for purposes of the record, it's known on the Nassau County tax map as Section 32, Block 440, lots 84 and 88. The parcel as it currently exists is a perfect rectangle. 65 feet of frontage on Holland Avenue, 65-foot rear property line, 80 feet of depth on each side. It has an overall area of 5,200 square feet. The applicant proposes subdividing the property along existing tax lines into two parcels, one being 39 by 80, the other being 26 feet by 80, and then constructing new one-family dwellings on each, plus a garage on the larger parcel. The northerly parcel will have frontage of 26 feet, again, side yard depth of 80 feet, and
Just so when you say the larger parcel, is that 93 or 94?
I'm saying the larger parcel is, that would be 294, I believe, yes. The smaller parcel is 293, which is the northerly parcel.
So 294 is 39 by 80, did you say?
Yes, and
The other one's 26 by 80?
was 20, again, those are the existing tax line,
Right.
lot lines over
Okay,
there.
so go ahead now with the others.
Okay, so with respect to the 293, which is the 26 by 80, the variance needed to construct the proposed dwelling or subdivision of lot area, front width from and on street line to front setback line, lot area occupied, side yard, aggregate, and rear yard.
Wait, oh yeah, front setback, go ahead.
Okay. The southerly parcel, which is the larger parcel, will have the 39-foot frontage, 80 feet of depth, 39-foot rear property line. The variance is needed to construct that proposed dwelling with garage or subdivision of lot area, front width from and on street line to the front setback line, lot area occupied, and side yard aggregate. As is my practice, I made a visit to the property and did an inspection of the surrounding area. The homes, for the most part, are on the older side. This is probably one of the older developed areas in the town of Hempstead. It is a bit of a mishmash. I don't know of a legal term for mishmash, but if you go down there, you'll see homes in various shapes and sizes on various lots, shapes and sizes, all sorts of setbacks. In fact, probably this may have been the reason why many years ago in the 1930s, the town adopted a zoning code, because it had been developed so haphazardly and has been that way throughout. The pattern of, I indicated again that may be the reason for it. Again, it says Residence B, but again, it is haphazard, and you'll find just about anything and everything down there. In fact, the one thing that will jump out if you drove down the block is the side lot, the existing side lot on the house, because there's a house there now it's going to be demolished, and the side lot jumps out at you as, gee, I'm surprised nothing is there. Although I know Mr. Nelson's going to cover with you, I just want to point out he'll do a much better job than I do. If you look at the radius map, you'll see the property, which would be to the properties that are to the east. You'll see Lee Court, Phyllis Court. That might as well be another town. There might as well be a river or a wall between Holland Avenue and that area. That area is not accessed by Hempstead Turnpike. That's accessed by Elmont Road. It is he'll explain to you why it shouldn't be considered, but if the board has any questions, then I just ask that you take a ride down there and drive around. You'll see for yourself the point I'm trying to make. And unless there are any other questions of me at this time, I'd like to turn the presentation over to Mr. Nelson.
Mr. Nelson, since the last time you testified before this board related to real estate, the valuation of real estate, have there been any changes to your qualifications?
No, there has not.
Okay, so we'll qualify you as an expert to testify in those areas and give your opinion as it relates to the real estate and real estate valuations.
Thank you. I'd like to just do some housekeeping if I can before we get started.
Sure.
I have in front of me a radius map, which includes both a 100 and a 200-foot radius around the subject property. It has color coordinated and bears the legends as to what the colors relate to.
Did you want to put it on the record what they, okay.
I will as we go through the testimony. I have also a package of photographs. Photographs were taken by me on Tuesday, May 26th at approximately 11 a.m. in the morning. Inside this package are also aerial photographs, location maps, copies of previous variances that have been granted within a 5-block radius of the subject property, as well as their connotated on a radius map.
Did you collect and put together those materials, including the business records about the prior grants?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and as to the photos in there, do they fairly and accurately represent what they purport to represent?
Yes, they do.
Okay, we'll accept all those so far into evidence, including the map you gave on the first round.
Thank you. Madam Chairperson, members of the board, it's my pleasure to be here once again, and I hope everybody is well. The subject property is physically located on the east side of Holland Avenue, approximately 1,089 plus or minus feet south of Hempstead Turnpike. It's known as 152 Holland Avenue in the hamlet of Elmont, New York. It's designated as Section 32, Block 440, Lots 84 through 88 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. The parcel is presently zoned Residence B by the Town of Hempstead Building Department. The site presently maintains 65 feet of street frontage along Holland Avenue with depths of 80 feet, containing a total of 5,200 square feet in total lot area. The applicant is proposing to demolish the existing home, which is an over 2-story dwelling which was originally built in the early 1900s. It contains just over 1,000 square feet. It appears to be in substantial disrepair, and in my professional opinion, has used up its life expectancy. At the moment, it appears obsolete. The existing home does not contribute positively to the neighborhood in terms of aesthetics and value. The applicant is proposing to subdivide the subject property into 2 lots, which will be in keeping with the existing neighborhood characteristics. Parcel 1 will be a 26 street frontage by 80 depth, containing a total of 2,080 square feet in lot area. As you can see on the radius map, there are 6 other 26-foot wide parcels within the 200-foot radius. Parcel 2 will be a 39-foot street frontage, 80 feet in depth, containing 3,120 square feet in lot area. Once again, on the radius map, there are 7 39-foot wide parcels within the 200-foot radius. The applicant proposes to build 2 new colonial-style dwellings, which will be a substantial upgrade to the existing property and a benefit to the neighborhood. Each property will provide for off-street parking for at least 2 automobiles, so as not to exasperate any parking issues that might exist already. In my professional opinion, the proposed application will be a benefit to the neighborhood and the existing property owners with an enhanced aesthetics, and help support higher values in this area. I believe this will be achieved without any detriment to any nearby properties, property ownership, the neighborhood, or even the community in a whole. Presently, within the 100-foot radius, there are 13 improved residential lots. 3 of these lots are located to the east of the subject in a different neighborhood on Phyllis Court. There is no access from the subject neighborhood or Holland Avenue to Phyllis Court. The only access to Phyllis Court would be from Hempstead Turnpike off of Elmont Road.
And Mr. Nelson, your point with that is that that seems to be of a different character and not the character of the street you're talking about?
That is correct.
Okay. Go ahead.
Therefore, there is only 10 improved lots within the 100-foot radius that is applicable to the subject neighborhood, in that it is similar in neighborhood demographics, the development of the neighborhood. Phyllis Court is a much younger community, much younger homes, different in aesthetics and in appeal. Within the 100-foot radius, 2 of these 10 lots, or 20%, are 26-foot wide lots.
Which ones are they? Call them out.
They're highlighted in
Green.
green.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Did you?
I'm sorry, on the radius map that I supplied.
There's 6. I thought you said 2 of the 10. You meant
2 of the 10 within the 100-foot radius are 26-foot wide lots.
Oh, I see.
Thank
You're
you.
going to get to the next radius.
If you want, on page 2 of that pamphlet, that radius map is the highlights that I am now describing. Within the 100-foot radius, 2 of the 10 lots, or 20%, are 39-foot wide lots. Therefore,
nice.
4 of the 10, or 40%, are similar to what is being proposed by this application. 8 of the 10 lots, or 80%, would require variances as they do not conform to the residence fee zoning requirements as they presently exist.
You're still working on a 100-foot, right?
That is correct. For the purpose of the neighborhood characteristics, the radius map has been expanded to include a 200-foot radius. Within the 200-foot radius, once again excluding Phyllis Court, there are 28 improved parcels. 6 of the 28, or 21%, are 26-foot wide lots. 5 of the 28, or 18%, are 39-foot wide lots. 7 of the 28, or 25%, are 52-foot wide lots. Therefore, 18 of the 28 improved parcels within the 200-foot radius, or 64% of them, do not comply with the residence B zoning district as far as minimum requirements and would require variance approvals if it was developed today. Therefore, it is my professional opinion that the proposed variance application is in keeping with the existing characteristics of this neighborhood. In the package I submitted earlier is a map indicating 15 variances that were issued within a 5-block radius of the subject property. Most are the same as what is being requested here today. Just south of the subject property on Murray Hill Street is a similar variance that was granted back in 2022 to this applicant. Subsequently, 2 homes were built. You can see in the photographs, I believe it is the last picture in those package. You can see the type of work that the applicant does, how the proposed new homes will benefit the neighborhood. He takes care in what he does.
Mr. Nelson, I'm sorry. We just want to see the photos you're talking about.
Sure.
Is the packet that you're referring to the one, this one?
Yes.
Okay. Now, which photos were it?
The last picture, I believe, in
Okay, I think we,
all of the pictures before the radius map, before the area maps, are the two houses that were just recently developed by by this applicant, Mr. Bianco.
are those, where are those?
Those are on Murray Hill Street, which is the first block south.
Those are the ones you referenced earlier.
Pardon me?
Those are the ones you referenced earlier when you, okay.
Yes. And they're just for, you know, for
Illustrative
the board to be able to see the type of work that Mr. Bianco does, that he cares for the neighborhood, that his product is usually an upgrade to what is existing prior to him getting his hands on it. Okay, this application being proposed here today is not unique, and in my professional opinion, it will not alter or adversely affect the market value, marketability of any of the surrounding neighborhood properties. It will not change the essential character of this neighborhood, and will have a positive impact on the area with enhanced aesthetics and help support the current values in the area. All utilities are readily available, including water, sewer, electric, other supporting amenities. New construction tends to help support and sustain neighborhoods by demonstrating good demand, good growth, enhance the quality of a neighborhood, and helps, it just helps the local merchants. It has also helped ease the demand for property ownership, housing shortage without any adverse effect to the community as a whole or any individual property owners. The proposed application, in my professional opinion, makes very good sense.
Mr. Nelson, can you give us some testimony about the value of the properties, the way it is, and the value, you know, the costs associated with the build and the value of the property after the build, you know?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Presently, I did a research as of this morning, currently listed for sale on MLS within the 11003 zip code, which is Elmont. There are 38 houses for sale. They range in an asking price from $449,000 to well over $1 million. There is one located on the subject lot, number 84 Holland Avenue, is currently listed for sale at $987,000. It's situated on a 52 by 80 foot lot.
I'm sorry, where is that property? Just roughly, where did you say that was? I'm trying to write and you're going a little fast.
I'm sorry.
That property is where?
At 84 Holland Avenue. It is on the east side of Holland Avenue, just north of the subject property.
Is it close enough to be in our radius map?
It's just outside the 200-foot radius.
Okay.
If you want, I do have the MLS listing for that property.
No, it's okay.
If the board likes, they can certainly.
Is that structure new or renovated?
It's an actual rehab of an older home that is larger than the one that's on the subject property.
And I suppose it's 4 bedrooms, 2 or 3 baths?
Yes.
Okay.
My research has indicated a proposed or a possible sales price of the two homes that will be if approved, if this application is approved, will the smaller of the two will sell approximately $800,000. The larger of the two will sell approximately $950,000 to $1 million. I'd like to just back up a minute. The MLS range shows a medium sales price in the 11003 zip code of approximately $750,000, with a mean sales price of just over $780,000. So therefore, the proposed new constructions will sell at the higher end of the value range. It will support the neighborhood as it's growing. I have done construction costs, I have done estimated profits, and if this application was denied, a loss to the applicant If the board wishes, I will certainly recite those, but I think I've
What-
covered
I'm sorry.
the
So,
essentials.
so far what I understand is that if this project went through, roughly 800 for the one house and 950 for the other, right?
Yes.
And just tell me how much you think it would cost to construct the homes on each, and what you think it would sell right now the way it is. You probably have a good idea because you bought it. So what's the property worth without this subdivision?
I did not get on the inside. I don't know how much renovations it would require. I would estimate, if it's sold as it exists, about $350,000 maybe. And if it was renovated, maybe in the mid-fives. It's a very small house, just over 1,000 square feet.
But what about it has a big lot?
It does have a big lot, yes.
I mean, if the mean sales in the area are 750 and the median is 780, I still think,
That is, even though those are the mean and the medium, that does not represent what the subject property currently looks like. The mean and the medium are probably much larger houses, whereas the subject property as it exists is approximately 1,030 square feet.
If I may just interject, the property as it exists right now, the house is in horrible condition. It's a knockdown case. It's not a renovation
it's just a
case.
land deal.
So the value of that property, 98%, 99% of the value there is the land, not.
And what would you
not the
put that
structure.
at?
Mr.
He said 350 about.
Approximately 350. If you want, I'm sure the applicant indicated.
No, that's okay. I just want an
what he
idea.
purchased it for.
And then what do we think the cost of building the two homes is?
I have estimated the cost of the smaller two, which is approximately 1,300 square feet with hard costs and soft costs just to be about $340,000. The larger of the two, once again, will contain approximately 1,600 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Hard costs and soft costs are approximately $440,000.
I have a stupid question. When you break the cost into hard and soft, just one sentence, what do you put in each bucket? How do you distinguish what you put hard and soft costs? Just curious.
Hard costs, of course, would be actual material, workmanship. Soft costs would be legal, time. I don't know if he's borrowed money for this, as well as architectural fees and mine and Bob's fee.
You put the labor with the hard though, right?
I do.
Okay, gotcha, thank you. I have no further questions about this. Is there anything else you wanted to testify to in the narrative?
That's my presentation.
Okay, and does anyone else have any more questions for this witness at this time? No. Okay, keep going.
Just add before closing the case, I know what the board's policy is, and if the board is inclined to grant the application, the applicant is amenable to all the reasonable customary conditions that the board has been known to impose to ensure the properties are used as a one-family dwelling rather than a multi-family one, which would also include owner-occupied for both homes.
And no cellar entrances.
And no exterior cellar entrance.
Well done.
First I thought you said,
On the plan that they're not there.
He's learned finally, Mr. Pellegrini.
you know, I'm getting older. The first thing I thought you said, and no Celebrex.
And
All
that's
right,
not case
are there any
unless-
other questions from the board? No, there's no one else. Oh, actually, we have some people signed in. I apologize. Did they just sign in? I looked at this earlier. Okay. All right. I apologize. Some people just signed in who would, did you have something, Mr. O'Brien? Oh, I'm sorry. Who would like to be heard on the matter? I checked earlier and there wasn't anyone, but apparently I missed it. So I have two people signed in. I'm going to call your names and ask you if you'd like to speak on the matter. Olivia Tyler, who seems to live on the block also. Olivia Tyler, if you're here, could you just let me know you're here, and then let me know, would you like to come up and tell us anything you'd like us to know about this project?
Tomorrow?
Can you hear him? I can't hear him.
No.
Okay, well, this might be your only opportunity, because what we're going to do is hear from Olivia and Nisqua. I apologize. There's two Tylers signed in. You guys live together at 114 Holland. So if either of you would like to just tell us anything about the project, you can come up and do so. And after that time, I'm going to hear a few more remarks from Mr. O'Brien, and then the case is over for purposes of the hearing. So if you would like to be heard, now would be the time. You sure? Okay, and was that the same answer for, I'm sorry, it's NILSQ or NISLA? Did you want to tell us anything about the case? Okay, all right. So the only other people signed in are the three of you. So that being said, Mr. O'Brien, you done? Okay, are there any other cases? Are there any other questions from any of the members of the board? All right, in that case, is there any motion?
I move the hearing be closed, the case placed on a decision calendar. When the board renders its decision, those who signed in will be notified of that decision.
Second,
Very much. And
all in favor?
may I add before I leave?
Okay, folks.
It's great being back here.
The case is over.
You probably love it even more.
The case is over, and you will get a copy of the decision once we make that decision. You'll get that in the mail, okay? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just gonna say, get Mr. again.
Give him my best. I saw him on Saturday.
That's for Mr. Regano. Old case. Old case.
Next, we have case 29526, Woodmere Schmuth Smith School for Girls, a special exception for expansion of educational use with no outdoor activity area. Variances, front yard setback on Irving Place, rear yard construct two-story addition with basement attached to existing building, variance in off-street parking, also known as 158 Irving Place.
The reason that made me ask.
You swear or affirm?
I want to ask O'Brien a question. Mr. O'Brien, do you have a minute? I want to ask you something not relevant at all to this.
Good afternoon, members of the board. William Benesso for Celli Deegan Tirana, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York. Here on behalf of the applicant, the Shulamith School for Girls. With me today is Mr. Wayne Muller of R&M Engineering. Mr. Muller is a transportation engineer who has been qualified by this board on many, many occasions to give expert opinion testimony in the areas of traffic and parking. He'll be speaking today regarding the parking variance, that component of this application. Also with us today is Ms. Sarah Monk. She is the principal of the Shulamith School and is here and available should the board have any questions that either I can't answer or they would like to speak to the principal about. So the subject property is situated in Woodmere at 158 Irving Place. It is a parcel of property that has three street frontages: Franklin Place, Irving Place, and Cedar Lane. And then its only rear yard, if you will, abuts the train tracks in that area. And the property is presently developed with a two-story building with a cellar that is operating as the Shulamith School for Girls. And the proposal before the board today, and what we're seeking relief for, is to add an addition to the building on the Irving Place side. It would be 2,240 square feet in terms of its footprint, 3 levels, so a cellar addition, and then the 2 levels at grade and above. And that would be to provide additional space for the operation of the school. The school is a girls' high school. It It serves students in 9th grade through 12th grade. They are a New York accredited, they have a New York accredited curriculum. They also provide religious instruction. It is an all-girls school. The present enrollment is 243. Next year, they expect it to go up a little bit to somewhere just around 250. And there's about 60 students per class. The request today is to basically give them more space to operate. Presently, they are, if you will, on top of each other. It's very tight. They need the space to both improve their educational and their safety experience for the use and operation of the school. They operate from Monday through Friday, 8:15 to 5 p.m. Sometimes there'll be informal programming on the weekends, but it's not a regular thing. They do have their students come in via both buses, I shouldn't say both, buses, parent drop-off, and then there are some students who drive, since this is a high school, and there are students who are of driving age. The pickup and drop-off time that is basically busiest is from about 8:05 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. In the afternoon, the seniors are let out at 4:15. The rest of the students are let out at 5 p.m. They are 52 parking spaces on site, and 71 are required for the school with the addition that is proposed. So they are asking for a 19-space parking variance. Additionally, they're asking for setback variances for the front yard setback on Irving Place, and for what is deemed their rear yard on that backs up to the train tracks, albeit, as I said, it does back up to the train tracks. The parking lot is used mainly for employees, staff, administration. They do have 12 dedicated spaces in the parking lot for students. Seniors have priority for that. And then if there are extra spaces, then they can be occupied by juniors. The rest who drive to school use the municipal lot, which is basically just on the other side of Irving Place. Buses pretty much queue on Cedar Lane for pickup and drop off. It's a relatively short period, as you'll hear from Mr. Muller in a little bit more detail. And in terms of this parent and the student pickup and drop off by parents, that occurs on off of Franklin, and they will pull in, drop off, or pick up the children and pull back out. And again, it's a relatively short period of time that it occurs. And during those periods, as Mr. Muller will attest to, there's some, it's pretty heavily trafficked, but it's a very short period of time that it occurs. The addition will allow them to add classrooms both on the cellar level and on the second level of the building in order to accommodate their curriculum better, spread things out a bit. And then on the main floor, it will increase the size of their multipurpose room, which is where they gather for prayers, for lunch, for physical education, for ceremonies like graduation and honor society inductions. They'll have speakers there sometimes. Right now, they can't accommodate the full enrollment in the multipurpose room when they have an honor roll ceremony or a graduation ceremony. This will allow them to do that, as it will also allow for the classrooms to be less crowded, and the educational experience to be a lot more efficient.
Mr. Benesso, I'm sorry, how long has it operated? And before that, what was it?
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm sorry. Fourth year there, 11 years. Yeah,
Personal
11
address?
years total.
My school address. Sarah Monk, 155 Franklin Place, Woodman, New York, 11598. We're currently in the 11th year.
I'm sorry, fourth year there,
4th year in this current
11th
location,
year
11th
in
year total
business.
of the school. Yeah.
Sorry, Stephen.
It was the New York Sports Club Center, yeah.
Oh, it was a New York Sports. Okay, go ahead. I just want to have a better picture. And I missed, Mr. Vanessa, you gave some of the enrollment stuff for then and proposed.
You did.
I missed some.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, the enrollment, as I said, is presently it's 246 this year. Next year it's expected to go, I'm sorry, 243. Next year it's expected to go a little over 250. They do expect perhaps over the next 5 years it will grow. It will grow maybe to closer to 300, but with this new addition and the classroom space it provides, it can fully accommodate that. So
And do you have, how many are, what's the allowable, if, what is, like the fire marshal and this building and everything, what's the biggest you can get to, and stay within those allowables?
Is that somebody talking
Yeah, I
outside?
think Joe's one of them. Just have a badge. Lindsay, can you go quiet them?
Tell them to tone it down.
They gotta quiet down. It was bugging me earlier. I can't stand it when I can't.
328 maximum students.
And that's the fire marshal, that's the town, what's that?
Yes. That's per the town requirements.
Okay, and that requirement per the town is a function of the space that's there, the
Yes,
fire marshal, what?
maximum of 1 student per 30 square feet of classroom area.
So that's coming about as the amount of classroom space you have.
Right.
Just because something's changing, I just want to understand how many, like, while staying in compliance with the fire marshal and other things, what, I know that we're saying the max is 328, but because of what? Because, things can
Right.
change.
Right. And the last approval permitted a maximum of 275 students, again, per the previous approval. And at the present time, they're at 243. Like I said, next year they expect to have about 256, 255.
Mr. Vanessa, the reason I'm asking, part of your request here is to expand with not enough outdoor activity space. So we don't get that a lot. I asked Ms. First, and that requirement is apparently 200 square feet of clear space per student. So the reason I'm asking you what is generated in the max 328 right now is because, for example, let's say that was generating it. Let's say we were talking about not enough space, so we're asking for a variance to not have enough space because we want 328. Then if you got more usable space, you could have more people, more outdoor space. So I'm just trying to hone in on what's causing the 328 max, because some things that cause a maximum, if changed later, might free up the space. And if we're considering parking variance, for example, I want to know what the concrete max is, not what it might be right now, but by something that could be altered a little, not nefariously, legitimately,
Well, they were approved without any outdoor space or
Right.
recreational space. And right now, the front of the building where they are proposing the addition, that area there, even though it's on the approved site plan, had 6 parking spaces. It has not been used as such. It was being used for certain recreational purposes. There were basketball nets out there. That will go away. So, but it's not like they're losing parking as a result of that, because they're not using that area for parking anyway, even though it was slated for 6 parking spaces. In terms of the interior and how the occupancy works, as the board is well aware, when the building department calculates maximum occupancy and then determines parking, it's based on simultaneous occupancy of the entire building at the same time. They have to look at how each space would be used, and they calculate the parking based upon each space being occupied all at once. When you come to the zoning board, we explain that these are mutually exclusive areas. When the kids are in the classrooms, there are a certain amount who are not, having lunch. There are different lunch hours. If they're all in the multipurpose room for prayers, they're not in the classrooms. So the through the course of the operation of the day, of the school day, you have your occupancies in different areas. So even though it sounds like there's a large or significant occupancy, you don't always have all the spaces occupied at the same time.
Right, that, I understand the non-simultaneous argument. So I'll try to ask it a different way. I understand from Ms. First that one of the variances that you want is the less than your required outdoor space. So Ms. First tells me that that rule, sorry, my voice doesn't carry, is that if you weren't getting a variance, you would need to provide 200 square feet of outdoor cleared space
Right.
per student. So in this, for example, in this variance, are you asking, I don't know how much you actually are providing, but I assume you're asking us right now for a variance to have 328 students without providing I think it's 65,600 square feet of outdoor cleared usable space. But that's why I'm just trying to pin down if 328 is what constraint is creating the 328?
I don't know that I follow you. I can tell you that there's no outdoor recreational space. There isn't any now. There won't be any in the future. However, the increased multipurpose room where they have their physical fitness and physical activities, that will be enlarged to accommodate their activities. So, but beyond that, I'm not quite sure how to answer your question.
Right. Well, like a parking variance, we want to know, we know the raw calculation, but we try to think about how many people will be there using it to say, okay, yes, they have this many, but non-simultaneous or municipal lots, but we still think it can operate properly without the raw calculation number of parking spaces. In this case, sort of similarly, we're being asked to allow the school to operate without the 200 square foot per student. And we can use the 328, but I just was trying to figure out, because it is a variance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, okay.
I don't
Isn't
understand
this-
what you're saying.
Oh, I'm just trying to find out
Mr. Vanessa,
what
this
is,
the one that's wrong.
what part of this application is creating, what are we using to say the maximum allowed is 328? Is that an easier way to do it?
That is a calculation that the town employs. Maximum of one student per every 30 square feet of classroom area, which would generate 328 maximum students.
Okay, so that's what I was asking. It's that maximum you've come to by way of how much square footage you have for classrooms. Okay, that's what I was trying to.
Right.
So the variance for the outdoor space.
That-
Because Ms. First did indicate that if you weren't getting a variance for the outdoor space, you would need nearly an acre to meet the black and white requirement. So I'm just trying to fully appreciate.
Yeah, in fact, over an acre. Right.
Okay, yeah, about an acre, okay.
If there are no other questions, I'll turn it over to Mr. Mueller to provide his report, findings, and the narrative.
Mr. Mueller, good afternoon. You've previously been qualified as an expert in the area of traffic and parking. And as such, you have testified before this board on numerous occasions. Since the last time you qualified as an expert in those areas, have any of your qualifications changed?
No, they have not.
So we will again qualify you as an expert. You are free to so testify.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. For the record, Wayne Mueller with the firm of R&M Engineering. Our offices are at 50 Elm Street, Huntington, New York. As Mr. Bonesso indicated, we prepared a traffic and parking assessment dated May 1st, 2026, which was previously submitted to the board and made part of the record. Additional copies were provided to the board this afternoon in accordance with their requirements. And a lot of the information that's contained in my report was summarized very eloquently by Mr. Bonesso, but I'll just go through it very briefly. As Mr. Bonesso indicated, we are seeking a parking variance. As indicated on the conceptual plan prepared by my firm, 73 parking spaces are required for the project, and 52 are provided on site. Therefore, we're requiring a variance of 21 parking spaces as part of the application. We went out and observed the activity at the existing school and in the surrounding area on Tuesday, April 29, 2025, from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and again on Friday, May 2nd, 2025, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. Those two time periods encompass the typical activity at the school. On Fridays, the schools let out early in order for the patrons of the school and their families to celebrate the Sabbath. What we found was that in the area and on site surrounding the subject property, we found that there was available parking within the area. A total of 228 parking spaces are available in the study area, of which during the peak time on Tuesday, which occurred at 10 a.m., there were still 25 vacant spaces. And then on Friday, there was a significantly larger quantity of available parking, and that was specifically within municipal parking field W4, which is located pretty much across the street from the subject, in which the activity level decreased because what we found in these areas is that a lot less people they don't commute as much on Fridays as they do during the other areas of the other times during the week. So therefore, there is available parking within the study area. As Mr. Bonesso indicated, the reason for the proposed expansion of the school is primarily to accommodate the existing student population, as they don't anticipate a significant increase in the population within the near future. In addition, we observed the activity at the site driveways, and we found that, and based on our review of the information, we found that there's no significant traffic congestion within the area currently, and that upon the implementation or construction of the proposed addition, we do not anticipate any changes to that condition, and we do not believe that there will be any future traffic congestion within the area. So therefore, based on the analyses that we've prepared, it is my professional opinion that by granting the application and the relief required to construct the proposed addition, there'll be sufficient parking remaining in the area, and that there'll be no significant changes to the traffic conditions within the area and no significant impact. Happy to answer any questions.
If there are no questions from Mr. Muller, just in closing, yes, ma'am.
Question. What sports does this facility, the school, offer to their students?
We offer basketball and volleyball in the fall, winter time, and in the springtime, tennis, softball, and soccer.
So you played those sports, softball, inside?
Not on site. We rent space. We rent a gym. None of our sports teams practice or play on grounds.
Oh, okay. So for all of your sports, you go to another facility.
Correct.
So it's just that there is no outdoor or indoor facility for your sports.
For let's say there's no basketball and that's inside of the building. Correct.
Okay. But you can play Jesus. You can play some of the sports inside, like girls volleyball.
Not inside the building. We do have sometimes outside the building, but again, it would be more for recreational purposes, not for our actual sports teams.
Okay, so any sports team that has to practice or have a game is off campus.
Correct.
Okay.
Clarify, when we spoke last week, you said that the multipurpose room would be used for some physical education purposes?
We do use our current multipurpose room for physical education. It's more just in order to protect the ceilings. We're not playing a game like volleyball. They'll play other games, or there's more often fitness classes, yoga, Zumba, dance, things along those lines. There's been dodgeball too. Yes, that is it's not only coming back, it's back. Yes.
Yeah. So they jump the horse?
I saw you speaking to the gentleman behind you, he's not signed in, so could we just get him to sign in?
Sure, sure.
Gina was, yes, right?
Okay, that doesn't, because,
If there are no further,
because
I'm
they're
sorry.
swimming in.
Mr. Pellegrini, did you have a question?
No, I was
Oh.
Lindsay to bring him the sign-in sheet.
Just in closing, we did have a call from probably our closest neighbor to the west, Steve Kaufman from Vassar Kaufman, who owns tax lot 3. It's, I don't know the address, but it's right across Irving Place. It's a 2-story office building. He had contacted us, and one of the board members for the Shulamith School and I spoke to him, and after we discussed what was proposed, he indicated that he would had no objection to the proposed addition.
What was his initial issue?
His initial concern was just knowing what they were doing. He said because the addition was on his side of the building, he wanted to know what it was going to be used for and how it would be developed. Yeah, right. And beyond that, I would just point out that the Nassau County Planning Commission recommended local determination on this matter.
Any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I'll just move, Mr. Chairman, that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Benesso, Mr. Mueller, you and your client's principal will all receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered.
Second.
Aye.
In favor? Opposed?
As you know, Mr. Benesso, some of the cases will be decided tonight, so I don't know what the timing is. I know it's building season, so you could certainly see if the case was decided.
Yes, I usually check on Thursdays with Mr. Owens.
Give him,
Thank you.
Town
yeah,
Hempstead,
this is not.
1 Washington Street.
Next, we have case 21926, Elmont S&M Capital Holdings LLC. Use variance to construct 2-family dwelling not permitted in Res B district with lot area occupied and average front setback variances, demolish existing dwelling, known as 76 Gotham Avenue. Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Please take a seat. State your name and address for the record.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Francesco Borgese, architect of record, representing S&M Capital Holdings, address 685 Hempstead Turnpike, Franklin Square, New York. We are today seeking a variance at 76 Gotham Avenue, Section 32, Block 431, Lot 48. It is a 6,240 square foot lot, 78 wide at the front and 80 feet deep, located between Hempstead Turnpike and Blackstone Street. We are seeking a variance. Yes.
I apologize.
Sure.
I was trying to get to the page. How many square feet is the lot in total?
6,240 square feet.
6,000,
240.
sorry, there was just papers.
It's okay. It's
That's the total square footage of the lot.
correct. It's 78 feet at the front yard, 78 feet wide at the front yard, and 80 feet deep.
Okay.
what is it
And
zoned?
this is in a Residence B zone?
Residence B, yes, it is one of the larger lot in the 100-foot radius.
Yes, but are you a real estate developer or
I am the architect of record.
you're the
For the
architect?
developer, yes.
Okay. Do you do variances often?
I've done a few of them,
Okay.
not one particularly for a 2-family in a Residence B.
Okay. Were you here on the case in April when it was adjourned?
No, I said my colleague.
Okay, that was only for defective notice.
Correct, yes.
Because at
Yeah.
a Residence B zone, it's really a heavy lift to get the ability to put a 2-family dwelling on it. In a Residence C zone, they're allowed if you have 12,000 square feet. But even in a Residence C zone, this would be kind of a heavy lift. Oftentimes, people bring expert testimony, but I'm not suggesting you do that. Are you familiar with the the tests that we apply for use variances? I know you've done these before. So there's sort of a set of standards, that criteria that we are required to apply in looking at a use variance analysis.
Pardon?
No, I'm not familiar with.
You're not familiar with that?
Let me, Christina, is there any chance we could print, that you have a print of the use variance criteria?
I'm going to preempt that. I'd like this gentleman to approach. Could you approach, please?
You're not trying to lay the foundation there.
Is this all true?
Huh?
Is it all true,
What?
what she said?
Yes. But let him present his case instead of spoon feeding him what he needs to do. If he's unequipped to do what he's supposed to do, that's not our fault. It certainly looks like you're leading him.
Well,
Let the record reflect the fact that we had a brief conversation about the standards to be applied for use variance, and and how stringent they are, especially in a B zone as opposed to a C zone, and in addition to that, there's no expert testimony here. So I think the applicant is going to make an application, because it would appear that it would be very difficult for him to go forward successfully on this application under current circumstances.
We'll give you a chance to talk to your client.
Yeah. So do you want to make an application to ask for an adjournment, sir? Okay. Patrick?
Your plan examiner of record has retired. Okay, so it's gonna get reassigned to me.
Excellent.
Okay?
Thank you.
So we're going to give you ample opportunity to retain, if you wish to go forward on this basis, to retain the experts that you're going to need. So we're going to, Patrick?
You're gonna wanna look up the use, it's a use,
Yeah, I think
which is very clear.
Christina's going to give him a copy of the standards.
Very helpful, yes.
So September 2nd, 2 p.m.
Okay.
Okay? We'll see you then.
It's New York State Town Law, Section 267B. And then after that, you decide not to go through with it, just kindly advise the office that you want to withdraw the case.
Okay, and that's where I could find the standards, correct?
Yes.
New York State Town Law 260.
Okay? Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Wait here to speak with counsel report.
Okay, I believe that concludes the afternoon calendar. I think we'll take a short recess of about 10 minutes, and then we'll do decisions. Okay?
Because the architect was here. And he was there. And I was over there. And I said, there's this big tree. And I think that
Maybe he can get it.
boiled it down to, wait a minute. Did you speak to your neighbor about the tree? No. And then the architect said, we will figure out if we want to get an arborist to see, because he was like thinking they were gonna cut the side of the tree off to build, and the tree was gonna tip.
Yeah.
They weren't here.
He just moved into
Were you Joe?
Sitting on my brother's.
Okay, so we have this here, and the thing is, the thing here is,
He didn't even move in. He just said,
I feel like what we need on this case is to find it. They were gonna speak. And they didn't know the issue of this case.
Really? Is it this one? Do you have an extra? No.
What's this one? I have this file full of this.
No, that's not her.
Different.
I think it was.
Should be that. The duplex is floors.
No, it's not, it was not a high floor. I'm saying, I never saw it, it's totally renovated. You know, 2 bedroom. Beautiful, like, all done with built-ins, and kitchen island, raised, I mean, it's really, really nice. He wanted something with, bedroom and men's club, the president's and men's club.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but he's now looking at a house. He's thinking about something different.
This is probably the largest lot.
He's looked at a house in Massapequa Park there on the water, because he wants to live on a nice house for $2.6 million. I'm gonna get it signed anyway, because it's her. She can't fit into the North Shore.
Why not?
Once she's a senior. And on the North Shore, you have to belong to a club, and they get one issue with her, and there's
The other problem with Massapequa and Massapequa Park is
Feel like one of these ones.
the surrounding. The house is, he already saw it and put a bid on it. This is how my brother works, but there's another bid because it's
most of them are.
Yeah.
One's on the water.
I mean,
I
it's,
think I told you the story about when we were gonna move down there.
no.
We get a broker that says, we're gonna show you a house in Old Harbor Bridge. 100 foundation. Beautiful. House to the right is a ranch home, occupied by a guy. She says to me, occupied this house, you can have a famous thing. Really? Who's that? She says, call again.
Oh,
I
geez.
said, call him. I said, what? I said, call him.
This is what I wanted to ask you.
She says to me, no, it's third state block. There's only two icons on the block. I said, in my case, they're called. Somebody wants to show him collateral damage. Turn the car around and not buying it. That house has got to be worth $3 million.
Wow. Yeah. This house was totally rendered top to bottom.
Is that in a flood code?
Yes.
Okay,
This
so,
house was
so under the flood code, we're making a distinction now with these three-story,
John might want to hear.
yeah, with these three-story houses. Okay, because they're
I know, but
trying
Doug likes cars, so right away he knows it.
get away with.
I get it, he wants to have a boat and do something different,
Yeah,
you know.
they're trying
he could-
to make.
It's like every couple of years, it's like, oh, let me try this, let me try that.
He doesn't even go there. It seems like
No,
every 6 months.
You mean in the house? This would be his house, he could move over.
Right, we know that, but they're coming in
So
here.
all of a sudden, he wants to get out of Garden City.
Yeah.
There are no good restaurants. Tell me there are no good restaurants in Massapequa.
No, well, his office is still in Hempstead. so it's a 20-minute drive.
So he wants to have a schlep.
Yeah, 20 minutes, but it's a nice car. You know, nice cars. I just say, okay, I have too much going on in my own life. I can't. I just can't.
Tell your brother he needs a hobby.
Yeah, well.
He never called me back.
Oh, yeah.
Call me, yeah, but that's
all
you know,
right.
I get it. You know.
Yep. Forget him.
Tell him to bring the baby bitch to the restaurant. I'll have people insult her.
She's oh no, she'll embarrass everybody because she, you know, she drinks so
That's okay. I'll get along really well with her.
no, because she thinks she'll pick a fight. She starts with pizza. She's the one from South Africa, and we went out to see, and we were getting along with these because you know, having kids and you know, whatever, turn out.
PM. Ooh. Okay, I'm recused. Decisions, I'm recused on 293 and 294 of 2026. So, Mrs. D'Amato.
Okay, cases 293 and 294 of 2026. The applicant is New York Land Development 2 Corp. The property is located at 152 Holland Avenue in Elmont. This applicant requests the permission to subdivide for lot area, front width, lot area occupied, side yard, aggregate, rear yard to construct a dwelling on one property. Similarly, relief, subdivision, lot area, front width, lot area occupied, side yard, aggregate, and construct a dwelling on the other property. There was no secret determination made yet. Is there any discussion as it relates to these two cases?
Any discussion?
Yes.
Go for it, Joanne.
I have a problem with this because in that area, the 200 feet, there's 626 feet, 539, 752, 765, and 278. I think, there are too many large ones that can be made into, 26. And it'll change. I mean, I know the whole area there are small, but how many of those were original? And you keep making them smaller, you just increase the size. And number one, I don't think it's any good for the area. It'll just make too many more houses that will, or properties that will be available to this builder or any other builder to make everything 26 feet wide.
Joanne, when you said, I missed it, when you said that there were too many others, did you mean on that street? Because I know he made some distinguish.
Well, in that whole area, I counted them. 626, 5 are 39 feet, and 7 are 52 feet.
Okay, right.
The one that he's doing is a 65.
Oh, okay.
He's doing a 65. So there are 7 65s. So that means that there, instead of 7 houses, there could be possibly 14 more houses.
Now, are those 7
more.
not including this prop? Because he made a big distinction.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, and 2 78s. So the 78's here, the 78, well, this is 100, okay? And then these are the 65, 65, 65, 65.
Yeah, I wish we could see if these are like new houses or if they're.
Well, I don't think any of them, I mean, if you look on the street, none of them look like new houses.
Wish we had that. I feel like we should start figuring the files out when we do the cases.
Okay, all here, because he went over to this street too. All right, so that's how come you get 765s, because he went over there and picked up the 26. That's how he ends up with 626s. He went over to this Elsie Avenue.
Yeah, because it's just barely in the radius
Right. Okay, so if you're going to go over there, then we're going to look at all of them. So you've got 260, 278s, and 100.
I don't know. Should I hold it so someone can inspect it too? Joanne, you want to take a look at it too?
Well, I looked on it,
We looked at the.
we looked on it on Google, and he never did explain how many of the 26 were, if they were old or new. And I'm sure that they were probably old houses.
Yeah.
And even the 26 by Google, he said, oh, it's a really bad tear down. I don't think so.
You mean the existing structure?
The existing structure that's on the 26. The whole thing is, I think they're going into all of these areas like Elmont, Roosevelt's another one, that they're picking this up and saying, oh, we need housing, so we're just going to go along with the smallest lot, and we're going to make a lot more houses.
I'm sure you're right about that. The question is, like, is that a good thing or a bad thing, I guess?
Make a motion. I'll second that.
1, 2, we have 5.
We have enough.
Is this, let me see, is this, I put it on, I'm sorry. This is secret not done but local determination. Does anyone
I
else
think,
have
you
any
know,
input?
If we allow this one, it's just gonna be multiple. Because then they're going to have a new one that they can say, oh, look, we took this, we made it 29, and you didn't say anything about it, you gave it to us. So now we've got a set one, we've got these other ones, and we're gonna make 3 more. And now instead of.
How many
Right, I mean-
65s are
6
there?
houses.
60, how many 65s are there?
There
There
were
were 7, I think you said 7?
7 65s and 2 78s and 1 100.
I mean, they tried to make the point that the neighborhood is a mishmash and a mess. And that, you know, changing it into new houses is better than leaving it the way it is, even if there's more of them. I don't know, because I don't know the neighborhood. But, I mean, I guess, Joanne, you're saying,
John knows the neighborhood.
I guess you're saying, Joanne, that even if the houses are old and rickety and they're putting new ones, more houses than what were there is not good? Joanne, I guess, because, I mean, I don't think we can assume that adding houses is necessarily bad if the neighborhood's crappy, but.
Well, it is a mishmash down in Elmont. He's right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he was saying,
There's
and we
so
can't
many
just
different
need,
houses, so many different size lots.
and they were saying like this house, this neighborhood's kind of not just a mishmash, but dilapidated was what I was hearing, but maybe I'm wrong.
Both.
So the question is, even if they put more, is it bad by definition to have more houses on smaller lots? If it otherwise is improving the neighborhood, or, I don't know, I don't know.
The school system have more, you know, what about the water, the sewer? I mean, you know, we think, oh, yeah, sure, we'll bring in 10 new houses. Well, what about the school system? What about the use of our water? I mean, Long Island, we really have to start to think, I know it has nothing to do with us, but we have to think about the use of water and the sewer, garbage, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think the town does that, but.
But like I look at what's going on in Levittown, to me, that's a problem because every house is like a cookie cutter house. Now you have these McMansions that they're building, it's out of character. Elmont's a little different. Elmont's kind of messed up.
Yeah, but Elmont, I mean, from my understanding, and I wasn't around here, I didn't grow up around here, but the people from Brooklyn, because my husband knows, told me that they were the summer houses. They came to Elmont for their summer house. And I think that's why there's mishmash of sizes of houses and sizes of plots, and because they were summer houses.
Plus, there's no parking for vehicles also.
Oh, well, they're gonna park on the street just like they do in the
Get
city.
streets loaded up.
Yeah.
I feel like, John, you're recused. Maybe, Kim, you can look at it? Because I get that more houses in some neighborhoods is a detriment to the neighborhood, but more houses in some neighborhoods, if the houses are cruddy, like, you know, honestly, sometimes when they come to us in Roosevelt, and they have like dilapidated houses where people or animals are, you know, there's pests and there's people, you know, doing things on the land, you know, sometimes it's better. I don't know. I just don't know. So maybe someone could take a look at it. Kim and Joanne, you
I'll look at it.
I don't think it's necessary. We looked at the Google Earth.
Yeah, I mean, in that area, John, do you know that area?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I know.
And are the houses really dilapidated?
A lot of them are.
well,
On
maybe,
those streets?
Go down Meacham Avenue. Take a look at Meacham Avenue.
well, John, maybe you could take a look at it too.
I will.
Whoever can, as many people as possible, look at it. So we can just try to figure out if, even though it's more houses, if it's a net win for this neighborhood.
no.
Well, hypothetically,
Kim,
that's the way I look at it.
yeah, that's kind of how I was looking at it too.
Maybe Bloomer can familiarize himself.
Kim, John DeGrace, Joanne,
And put Bloomer down. And tell him to go.
MP. Okay, 4 people are looking at it. All right, so that's those 2 cases. All right, John, you're back in the saddle.
Next case. Let's see.
Some
Case
areas of,
295 of 2026, Woodmere Shulamith School for Girls. Property address 158 Irving Place. This is an
I
expansion.
didn't think my
of
question was
16
that
use.
confusing. Mr. Vanessa didn't get, but finally got it.
Any comments or questions from the board? If not, none? If not, do I have a motion?
You want to do that one, Mr.
No
DeGrace?
comments, no questions, no motion. That's great. You need a secret.
Yeah, I didn't really need it.
Sir, you are on.
Okay, I move that we adopt a negative declaration as to the CEQA determination based on the testimony given, exhibits in the file, and other materials we have reviewed and analyzed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
More energy.
No.
I'm gonna recuse myself because I really didn't hear the case.
Okay, so you'll be not voting?
No, I was
Oh, okay.
chatting.
You were the one, you were the one making noise on the
I was the
spot.
one making noise, distracting the board, yes.
All right, so on the motion, somebody want to make a motion?
I think John just.
I make the
You
motion.
made a motion to approve it?
No, that was secret.
Yeah, you just said.
Secret.
But I make a
Yeah,
motion.
he's making the,
All right.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now with respect to the motion, the case itself, you want to make a motion to approve it as requested?
I make that motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Go, Mr. DeGrace.
172, 3, and 4 have been adjourned to September 16th at 2 p.m. And case number 219 of 2026
That was adjourned.
has been adjourned to September 2nd at 2 p.m.
So back to the third calendar, I do have an update. I did go back to the office and spoke to the staffer who confirmed that on page 2, cases 246 through 249, the additional fee was paid.
Oh.
That was the one where the variance was missed, but it was on the plans.
Was there any other reason we were holding that?
That was the only thing, because we could not grant the case without, we can't waive town board fees.
Okay, so can
Do
someone
you
make a
remember if we
motion
had
on
openings
this case?
required
If you,
on some items?
Yes, I have that,
The gazebo.
there is a gutter to be installed on the detached garage, because it was very close to the neighboring property.
right,
I also have the condition for 246, that the trellis remain open. And for 248, it is that the gazebo remain open. And with respect to the pool, it's the standard pool conditions.
Great.
Those were my notes.
You want to do it, Kim? or-
do it.
I make a motion, case 246 to 249 of 26, Baldwin, Joanne Zaccarelli, located at 36 Parkview Place, be approved as requested with the previously
Conditions.
discussed
Second.
conditions.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
So can we just take a look real quick since it's right here? I pulled these files for everyone. So 241 is the case where the neighbor came in about, oh, if they cut the side up that tree, the tree will tip. Anyone remember this?
That was not that case.
That's what they said it was.
No, that was, Mr. Plumer was mistaken. That was
Oh,
the case
okay.
that was put onto the referral. It was also in West Hempstead. That was
Okay,
not.
so,
They were going to redesign, I think, to incorporate the pool house.
Correct.
okay,
They needed
so, okay, so 241, because I know John's pressed for time.
Yep.
So I pulled the file.
Mhm.
I don't independently recall why we're holding this. So, I was just hoping we could get some things done, so.
Let's take a quick look at the plot.
Because I was operating on the idea that, here, pull that sheet up.
Let me see the photos, please.
Photos?
Let's see the photos.
That's,
Because I look.
I think this is a new concept. The lot coverage.
Joe,
that
do
they're
you remember why we were
No, I
holding
don't.
it? Joanne, you have any memory of this case?
No.
I don't either.
36.8%. I don't know if maybe that was it, that it was a high lot coverage. This is the plot plan.
Just why?
How
I'm
big is
guessing 'cause
the,
it
how
was
big is the parcel?
A 6,000 square foot lot.
We gotta stop doing that. It's a demo and
What do they need?
construct.
Front yard average,
Yeah.
lot area occupied. Those are the two variances. And there must be some reason we held it because it's seemingly not
I think it was because it was a seemingly high lot area occupied of the structure.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you look at it?
It's a new lot.
Yeah, but what is there to see?
Yeah, it's a.
No,
general
just the
lot.
character of the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
I want to hold that.
Okay, hold it.
I want to have a discussion about Mr. Pellegrini's concerns.
It's the
Okay.
residential impact.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that one.
Okay.
Okay, now let's, 278 I pulled.
278,
Okay. So,
Quantor, the play.
Holding it because John wants to talk to Joe about the.
yeah, the lot area occupied invitation.
Oh, yeah,
I'll put this stuff over.
creative play. Oh, yeah, that's the one with the,
278, the Quantor Creative Play.
Oh, is this the one with the guy with
A
the
number
land?
of people.
Oh, no, this is
No,
Chuck. Oh,
This is the one.
oh,
we discussed
that's the one we were gonna talk. Did
This
you,
morning.
not to pile on you, Christine.
This
This is the
Doesn't
one
matter.
that I wanted to,
she's like, are
This is
you
the one
kidding me?
The
This is the
NCPC
one I-
disapproved.
this is the one I wanted to see for starters, at least about if they own and control that gate, because Joe saw it closed.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in the testimony, it's ringing a bell that they do have control over that
And
alley.
he's got a dumpster in there.
Remember there was a ladder there or something?
Okay, I think that, I think so, yes, that's true, but I think,
do remember testimony to that.
I think we have to look at, I'm gonna go look at this one.
It just doesn't work.
I'm gonna go look at this one because Joe's raised legitimate issues. All right, can we hold it?
Sure.
Make a motion, just to deny it.
But the one thing I would make mention is that the NCPC did recommend disapproval.
Right.
Yeah, okay, the attorney submitted, their office submitted a rebuttal to that, and the NCPC was basing its determination not on
But on
the
merit.
proposed, drop-off plan that the council presented at the hearing. They were going based on the plans, which did in fact show a drop-off in the front, but council at the hearing stated that's a terrible idea. We would propose to do it that way, so that's what they agreed to. So, I just wanna make
All
sure
right, I
that's
wanna
crystal clear.
take,
Crystal.
I'm gonna look at this too, and I wanna take papers. So I'm gonna keep this under here to get the papers out when I'm not holding everyone else up.
Provided copies of the
Think so.
NCPC determination as well as
The rebuttal.
the rebuttal from the
Okay,
attorney's office.
John,
Why is it that
look at,
the rebuttal came in, wasn't he privy to the NCPC?
No,
That's the problem.
Didn't he contact the NCPC?
No, so remember Marty Katz is retired, so I think there's a little bit of a lag as to, notifications and procedures.
okay, I'm gonna
They
inspect.
found out about it when we found out about it. We told them about it, did we not? We were the folks that notified
So I
the
need
applicant
papers.
that the NCPC recommended disapproval.
Um,
Again, it just, I think just growing pains, you have somebody else there that's doing it. They're doing a great job, by the way. I do think Cameron and,
Because it says it was adopted May 14th.
we didn't get it until, I
Did they
wanna say
email
a
it to
couple
you?
of days after.
95 footer.
yeah, there were several people in opposition who live on 50% coverage lots. Let me just.
Katora. Katora,
Yeah,
I'll talk to you about that.
yeah,
We're gonna hold
that's
that.
all. Let me just. By the way, did you ever know, I discovered that most of Point Lookout votes Democrat. Did you know Point Lookout votes Democrat? I can't believe it.
Do they?
I didn't realize that. No, yes, I was shocked.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, I'd like to see the.
We have a decision on that one. We have a decision on that.
I'd love to see the breakdown, because I figured they were all Republicans, and I've
Your
been
motion
learning over
was
the last
that they
like
must
3
have
years.
clear site
I
triangle.
was told
I just
we
confirmed
win
that,
by
and
about
again, the motion was made.
70%.
That means this case is
I'm
denied.
shocked. Well,
We're
depends on
good.
what we.
But no,
Kim,
What?
Motion to close.
Motion to close.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye,
opposed?
aye, aye.
Closed. Adjourn to the conference room where we can caucus.
Okay.
Yes, I want to caucus about a few things.
We can,
These two files can
We
go
can
back.
Adjourn caucus.
Christina, these
we
files
can
go
adjourn
back.
to discuss
I have
personnel and
three
other
things I
legal
need to
matters.
talk. Well, two are talking, one I just have to